Hello everybody and welcome into another episode of the Rangers franchise. Today we're starting this episode off with the biggest trade, actually only the second trade we've made so far, and that's going to be for Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Willie Adames. We're basically getting him because he was causing a logjam for Wander Franco, there the former #1 prospect in baseball, to get any real playing time, so we're going to go ahead and take him off of the Rays' hands. In exchange, we're sending over Isiah Kiner-Falefa, who's a really great defensive shortstop with a lot of versatility, who has an extra year of arbitration on his contract, who's just going to be a bench bat. And then we are also sending over Blaine Krim, a first baseman that was in Class A rookie ball for us, hopefully can be a decent minor leaguer. And we're also sending over Taylor Hearn, who's having a great year down in AAA, who can hopefully be a potential reliever for this Tampa Bay Rays team, as they didn't have a ton of potential down in the farm system. And then what we get with Adames is a similar defender to Kiner-Falefa. However, he is much better offensively. His slugging percentage is above 500. He has an on-base plus slugging of 850, which basically puts him in like top 3 for our team. So we're really excited to get Adames. And then I noticed that on the schedule, a week after trading for him, we're actually taking on the Rays, and we'll be playing a game from that series in this episode. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the AOS leading Texas Rangers come to Tropicana Field to take on the Tampa Bay Rays, who are fighting to stay within the wild card race in the AL East. Ryan Yarbrough gets the start for the Rays, so far off to a nice start this season with a 2.88 ERA. We're going to go ahead and start this one off in the top of the first, as Nick Solak is up at the plate, and he's going to take the 2-strike cutter back up the middle, getting on early with only 1 out for Joey Gallo. As Gallo would come up to the plate, fighting on a full count, as he'll take that one and chop it back up the middle, getting runners on the corners, as the speedy Solak is able to squeeze into third base. As now runners are on the corners for Willie Adames against his former team, as he takes that changeup and puts a charge into it as it gets over the left field wall, as Willie Adames gets his first home run as a Ranger, his 12th of the season, as it's a 3-1 bomb to put the Rangers up in this one early. Meanwhile, on the mound for the Rangers, it would be Hans Kraus, the former top prospect. He's been off to a decent start this season, just under 4 with his ERA, and he got off to a nice start in this one as he gets the leadoff hitter Joey Wendell caught looking there at the fastball with a little bit help from the ump, and then former top prospect Wander Franco, who's been the #2 hitter since the Adames trade, up at the plate, and he goes down swinging at the fastball. Kraus has been able to consistently get his fastball above 100 miles an hour all year. However, now in the bottom of the second, Kraus would get into some trouble as there would be 2 men on with only 1 out, as Brandon Lau is up at the plate. However, he goes down looking on the full count slider. A dicey decision there, but it pays off as they would get out of the jam. As now in the bottom of the fourth, Nate Lowe, another former Tampa Bay Ray, crushes that one into right field against his former team, as Lowe continues his excellent breakout season with his 11th bomb of the year. On the bottom of the fourth now, as Kraus continues dealing, full count to Randy Arozarena. He goes down trying to stay alive, as now in the top of the fifth, Willie Calhoun is at the plate, as Calhoun sends that one back up as it bounces off Yarbrough's ankle, and Yarbrough would then be taken out of the game as the manager feared a potential injury, and he would go to the former St. Louis Cardinal Michael Wacha, who hasn't had a great season despite being the long reliever here with almost a 6 ERA, and it would prove to be a bad choice, as Nick Solak, swinging with no strikes, takes that one over the left field wall for another Rangers home run in this game. We haven't had many home runs in this series, but this game was full of them, as Solak with a 2-run shot there puts the Rangers up 6-0, and then Joey Gallo reminds everyone what he's good at, as he sends that one again over the right field wall, as Joey Gallo gets his 11th home run of the year, as it's back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches against the former Cardinal. As now back out in the bottom of the seventh, as Jesus Aguilar lines that one into right field. Gallo's able to get it, but it would be 2 on with nobody out, and that would be it for Kraus's day. As Sir Anthony Dominguez comes into the game, he's been great out of the setup role for the Rangers. And then the first batter he faces, Michael Brousseau, sends that one to Gallo in right field, and Arozarena on second tries to tag out, but he makes the mistake of running on Joey Gallo, as Gallo guns him down on third, all the way from right field. An absolute masterful play from Gallo, and then Dominguez gets out of the inning with the strikeout. In the bottom of the ninth, Randy Arozarena trying to do anything to keep the Rays alive, but he would just pop out to Gallo, as that would be it for the game, as the Rangers win the series and shut out the Rays 7-0. Dominguez was excellent out of the bullpen. In 3 innings, he had 5 strikeouts and also got his first save of the season. I don't know how he got a save, considering that the Rangers were up 7-0, but it is what it is. Regardless, Ryan Yarbrough would get credited with the loss, though he was okay, no injury to be heard of, and Hans Kraus would get player of the game honors. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, and 4 strikeouts. A ton of home runs, which is pretty surprising considering I've been trying to tune up the difficulty, so I guess I've got to continue to do that. Regardless, I'm happy to see it because we really haven't had any home runs throughout this series. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.